Local gun shop owners are seeing an increase in the number of women customers right now. Personal protection is the main reason they're shopping. According to the National Shooting Sports Foundation, almost half the people taking their first handgun class this past year were women. Action News anchor Liz Harrison reports on this growing trend.
These women aren't waiting for coffee or a lunch menu. They're getting ready for a little target practice at the Range Pistol Club in Northwest Fresno. Most of these women picked up a gun for the first time just within the last year. Rhea Rich was one of them. She wanted to protect herself.
Just a general sense of unease.
Rhea has a .38 revolver and isn't afraid to use it.
So you have no problem using a gun to protect yourself?
No, none.
Karen Parrott's husband and son Brett started coming to the range for sport 2 years ago. When Karen's husband began working out of town and her son was shooting all alone, she decided she would take some classes too.
Before, I was afraid to even look at the gun laying there. Now I am not afraid to, if there's a situation, to grab my gun, load it, and use it, because I know what it will do.
According to the National Shooting Sports Foundation, 70% of retailers saw an increase in female customers in 2009. Fresno gun store owners Bill and Sharon Mayfield are among them. Sharon says a lot of her female customers say they're afraid for their safety.
In the last 3 to 5 years, we've probably tripled our women's sales, our female sales.
Most women plunk down anywhere from $500 to $700 for a handgun.
So I just pull it back?
Just pull it back. Don't be petite about it.
The semi-automatic pistols are more complicated to load and harder to shoot, which is why Barry Bauer recommends a revolver for his female customers.
The ladies like a revolver that they can put the bullets in, and they know the bullets are there, and they can see that it's cocked, and they know when it's going to fire.
The best personal protection for a woman may not be a handgun at all.
Your best self-protection gun is a shotgun at home. You have multiple projectiles instead of one, so you don't have to be as accurate. If you're not going to do a lot of practicing with your self-protection gun, go with a shotgun.
Not only are women arming themselves at home, they're applying for concealed weapons permits to carry a handgun with them anytime. 10% of the state's concealed weapons permits come from Fresno County, almost 3,000 of them, and 13% are held by women. The statistics would support the views held by Fresno County Sheriff Margaret Mims.
I feel very strongly in our Second Amendment rights that law-abiding citizens ought to be able to, when they meet these standards, ought to be able to arm themselves and protect themselves.
Sheriff Mims says she has made it easier for women in particular to get a concealed weapons permit.
In order to get a concealed carry permit, you have to show good cause, like carrying valuable possessions or a lot of money with your job over long distances. Now, a lot of women don't fit into those categories, but a lot of women do shift work at night or go to school at night, which puts them in positions of being victimized.
Sheriff Mims says she makes the ultimate decision on who gets a permit, and the sheriff decided Deborah Lucas had good cause.
I wanted to get the concealed weapon permit after having some flat tires a couple of times in the middle of the night. I lived in Toll House, felt a little uneasy.
Lucas's husband died 5 years ago, and she was left with guns in the house she didn't know how to use. In the process of learning how to shoot her husband's guns, she decided she needed one of her own. And like many women who buy guns for self-protection, Lucas has discovered she actually enjoys shooting as a hobby.
The balls go the other way.
And the camaraderie of target practice. Liz Harrison, ABC 30 Action News.